Hey peeps, it's Pastel here. I hope you all are doing well. Today we are going to talk about some scary urban legends. These are from different sites that I will link down below if you peeps want to check them out yourselves. Also, I'll put a disclaimer on the screen about the stuff in the video. This is inspired by a Kona serial killer series. So yeah, you can check the channel out if you want. Alright, let's start the video. So the first one I want to talk about is called Tomino's Hell. This is a poem by Çᵃᵃᵗ, who was a poet known for writing children rhymes and famous song lyrics. So the legend says that if you read the poem out loud, you will either die or your soul will suffer eternally in hell. For me, I don't think I want to read the poem out loud. Yeah, you can go on and call me a coward or whatever, but I'm not reading it. If you want to read it, I'll put it on the screen. Peeps say that Çᵃᵃ created this poem after the loss of either his father or sister. So there have been many reported incidents that revolve around the poem. One was that a female college student died after reading the poem out loud, where she participated in a dare. Other cases also include car wrecks, deaths, and the feeling of an evil presence lingering around you. This gives me chills. So the second one I want to talk about is known as the Seventh Barn or the Seven Barns, and it is about a haunted barn in Ohio. So there was this rich farmer in Ohio, and he had a lot of land, and every time his wife had a baby, he built a new barn on his land, and then he named the barns after his children. So by the time this story takes place, they had 6 children and they were expecting a 7th one. But unfortunately his wife died during childbirth, and also the unborn baby died. They say that the farmer went insane with grief. He could not take care of his farm, and then he had no money and stuff. They say that one night, in the depths of his madness and despair, the farmer took an axe and led his children out to the barns, where he murdered them one by one. He buried each of their bodies in the 6 barns. That had been named after them. Then the farmer went to the 7th barn and he hung himself. They say if you go to that barn at night, you can see the ghost of the farmer hanging from the rafters, his body swinging back and forth in the wind. No one was ever really sure where the 7th barn was located exactly in Ohio. In 1997, a local Ohio teacher claimed that after a lot of research, he had finally managed to track down the real location of the 7th barn. Then the teacher and his son set out at night to visit the barn, bringing a video camera with them so that they could capture any paranormal activity. The next morning, the teacher's wife reported that her husband and son went missing. Police found their abandoned car by the roadside. While searching the area, they entered a barn in the nearby field and found the dead bodies of the teacher and his son hanging from the rafters. I think that is pretty scary. So the third one I want to talk about is called the Red Room Curse. It is an internet legend about a pop-up that appears on the victim's computer. The image simply shows a door and a recorded voice asks, "Do you like the red room?" Those who have seen the pop-up are found dead, their walls painted red in their own blood. The legend began with a flash animation of a boy being cursed after encountering the pop-up. So this gained more popularity when it was found that this one schoolgirl had the video saved as a bookmark. This same girl, she was known as Girl A. Girl A is a term used for girls in Japan who are involved in criminal cases. So this Girl A had murdered a 12-year-old Japanese schoolgirl. She slit her throat and her arms with a box cutter. I mean, this incident about girl A and the schoolgirl is very disturbing. Apart from that, if I have the Red Room curse pop up on my laptop or computer, I am leaving Earth and going on Mars. So the fourth one I want to talk about is called White Death. It is a creepy story about a vengeful spirit in Mexico who hunts down anyone who knows about her existence. I don't think we are doing this one. Yeah, I think we are better off without this one. So this next urban legend is called the clown statue, and it's about a babysitter who finds a very creepy clown statue in the house where she goes to babysit. What happens is that there is this very wealthy family who have two young children, and they live in California. So the mother and father decided that they needed a break, so they booked dinner at a nice restaurant. So that evening they arranged a babysitter to babysit their children while they were out. So they went out for dinner. So she put the babies to sleep and then she went into the room to watch television. And she noticed that there was a creepy looking clown statue standing in the corner of the room. She tried to ignore it, but she felt like its eyes were staring straight at her while she watched the TV. As time passed, she started to feel more uneasy about the clown statue. Whenever she glanced at it, she got the unsettling feeling that it moved ever so slightly. Finally, the clown statue began to freak her out and she couldn't handle it any longer. So she decided to call the parents. She said that the clown statue was creeping her out. So the father said, "What clown statue?" And she said, "The clown statue in your bedroom." And the phone went silent for a moment. Then the father said, "We don't have a clown statue." For some reason, I feel like it would be very funny to leave the story at that, so I'm gonna do that. GG, hope you all enjoyed.
That's alright.